Samsung's Omnia Pro B7610 is a Windows mobile smartphone and a little bit of a chunky beast of a handset, and that's thanks to its slide-out QWERTY keypad, sporting flat keys very similar to the Milestone. Now, it would have been nicer if they were domed, but they're generally a lot bigger than the Milestone, so a lot easier and a lot nicer to use. Now, it's packing Windows Mobile 6.5, and it's hard not to look at this as being a little bit dated now that we've been given a peek at Windows Phone 7. It was looking that way even before the announcement, just even more so now that even Microsoft have admitted to its faults. Now, when you couple that with a resistive display, this feeling of negativity continues. But on the plus note, the screen is of AMOLED quality. There's a load of features to sink your teeth into, and it's got you more than covered in the customization department. So let's start by taking a look at what Samsung have done with Windows on the home screen. Samsung's skinned version offers up a much better looking and more user-friendly home screen, and there's two of them, one for work and one for play or leisure, both of which are accessible by pressing a button on the side of the phone. As you can see, the work version consists of a standard layout with a list of notifications tailored around your work life. Moving on to the play side of things, and it's adopted the Touchwiz UI and an interface we've seen on previous Samsung handsets, complete with 3 home pages, so it's nice and interactive. Having the Touchwiz user interface means you get the side dock on the home page filled to the brim with widgets that you can drag onto the home screens, which for a phone such as this is a great formula as it gives you plenty of customization options and the chance to make your phone your own. Now, the position of the widgets do get a bit messy when you switch from portrait to landscape mode, so you have been warned. Some of the widgets are also a bit of a letdown, Facebook being one of them, as it's just a link to the website as opposed to a live display of your status updates. The same can also be said of Flickr and MySpace. Given that this is pretty standard in handsets right now, this omission is a little bit disappointing, but Samsung have filled the phone with more than enough pre-installed applications like the speedy Opera Mobile to replace Internet Explorer. And it's all very speedy thanks to the HSDPA, and the screen size is great for hopping on the net or getting the load down on your social networks. Now, as it's a Windows mobile handset, there is of course another Microsoft-shaped menu option for more standard options and settings, which is split into 4 core areas, which certainly helps as there's a lot of options. And as mentioned earlier, the screen is resistive, which is occasionally unresponsive, so when combined with some of the small icons employed in the operating system, it can all be very, very irritating. So thankfully, there's a stylus on hand to help out. You'll also find a 5-megapixel camera complete with an LED photo light and a range of features to play around with, such as VGA video capture, face detection and panorama mode, and it produces not too shabby results either, basically the kind of results you'd expect from a camera of this quality. You'll also find Wi-Fi, GPS, optimised email, multitask support, 2 GB of internal memory and that all-important 3.5mm jack. Now, despite the serious amount of features packed into this Omnia Pro handset, with a brand spanking new Windows operating system on its way soon that starts completely from scratch, version 6.5 just looks a little bit dated and lets the phone down, as does its resistive touchscreen. Now, Windows Phone 7 will be well worth the wait, so it's a bit difficult for us to recommend a phone based on an operating system that even Microsoft has deemed pretty poor. But if that kind of thing is not important to you at all, and you're just looking for a decent handset, the Omnia Pro is a mid-range phone that doesn't possess the wow factor, but it's nice and sturdy, packs a great range of features, not to mention it offers you the best of both mobile worlds.